starting energy healing can be your first step towards a transformed new life. Let's find out what you can expect from a session, how you can best prepare to make sure you get the most from it, and what might happen before, during, and after the session. The best thing you can do before a session is to spend some time considering what you want the results of the work to be. As part of the online booking process for Heartful Healing, you'll be asked to fill in a simple intake form outlining your issues, how strong they are, how long you've had them, and what your ideal outcome of this work would be. I suggest noting down a quick answer to the first 3 questions, but to spend much more time on the 4th, about your ideal outcome. It's easy to dwell on our problems, the pains or difficulties in our lives, but it's much more conducive to the work if we focus instead on how we'd like our lives to be without them. For example, rather than thinking, I wish me and my partner didn't have so many problems, we can picture a life where we're happy and full of joy in each other's company. Instead of thinking, I wish my sleep issues would go away, we can instead imagine what we want in their place, perhaps waking up feeling refreshed and full of joyful energy and active through the day. It's not only about saying some words or inventing a nice picture though. This most powerfully supports our work when we try to bring into our bodies the actual feelings that we'll have when these things are achieved, as if we already have them, and then to feel grateful for these feelings. There's another Heartful Healing video called 3 Ways to Turbocharge Your Energy Healing, which goes into more depth about this. At the beginning of the session, we might briefly discuss your issue, and more importantly, the results that you're looking for, so that we're clear that we're both working towards the same thing. Then I'll take a few seconds of silence to make a connection and establish a link with your subconscious mind so that we can do the work. You can find recordings of sample sessions around our website or on our YouTube channel to give you a feel for what sort of thing happens during a session. Having prepared for the session already, there's not a lot for you to do during it, but there are some simple things that will really help to optimize the work. Make sure you have plenty of fresh water to hand. Drinking water can greatly enhance the results of the work. It enables energy to penetrate deeper, as well as flushing out toxins and other impurities that may have become dislodged during the session. Make sure you're in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed or distracted by others. There may not be a lot to do, but your presence and attention is invaluable. And very importantly, make sure you stay tuned in and connected throughout the session to the vision that you created during the preparation. During the session, this helps it to identify any imbalances that are specifically blocking your vision from becoming a reality, so that these can be released. After the session, continue to drink plenty of water for the rest of the day, and ideally through the following day too. If you can incorporate movement into your routine as well, that would be great, and even better if you're able to ground yourself, either by walking barefoot outside, being in nature, or else using grounding products that you can find online. Ideally, you'll be able to take some time to yourself too, so that you can relax and take it easy. It wouldn't be ideal, for example, to go straight into a potentially stressful meeting. There's a small possibility, maybe somewhere between 10 and 20%, that you might undergo what we call processing symptoms for a while, for a few hours or maybe even a couple of days after the session. This is just the body's way of processing the work that's been done. For some people, this might simply mean that they feel light and joyful for a while, or calm and peaceful. Some people find they sleep much better and more deeply. But for others, it might mean that they become a little irritable or more easily triggered for a while, or that their sleep is disturbed, or their initial symptoms or others get a little worse for a while before settling down. If this happens, the best way to speed it along out of the body is again with water, movement, grounding, and being in nature. In terms of the issue we've been working on, where there is a significant improvement during or after the session, a number of things can happen. It might start to stabilize and become part of your life. It may also continue to further improve in the days following the session or over a longer period. But there's also a possibility that it could revert back to how it was before. If this happens, it's not a cause for panic. It just means that the work's only been able to be completed on a superficial level at this point and has been easily short-circuited. It's just that your system is not yet fully in balance and that further work is required to strengthen and stabilize the work. The initial improvement is an indication that your body is responding, and the subsequent reversal just means that more work is necessary. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what to expect from an energy healing session and how you can participate in it to optimize it at each stage. You might also like to check out our video exploring what results you might expect from energy healing, either on our YouTube channel or in the article section of our website, heartfulhealing.co.uk.
Well, I approached you initially because over the last 2 or 3 years I'd been diagnosed with quite severe asthma. It was deteriorating my health quite significantly. My GP had told me that I was maxed out really on the medication they could give me. Initially, after a couple of sessions, I felt a tremendous feeling of calm, and then about a week, 10 days after that third session, suddenly I felt my asthma symptoms for the first time for nearly 2.5, 3 years are completely relieved. I have backed off all of the medication and I'm able to resume exercise, and it's really had a massive impact on my mental health, my physical fitness, and long may that continue.